This is my math homework number 16, Thursday. For the first one, it says find the least common multiple of 7 and 6. So let's write down our multiples of 7 and 6. You go 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. For our 6, you go 6, 12, 18, 21. We can stop there because they both have 21 in common, and that's the least. So 21 will be the answer for the first one. For number 2, we're going to imagine that's 675 times 4. And we're just going to multiply it normally and put the decimal in the correct spot at the very end. You cannot forget to put that decimal back in. 4 times 5 makes 20. We carry the 2. 4 times 7 is 28. Add 2 makes 30. Carry the 3. 4 times 6 is 24. Add 3 makes 27. So we have 2,700. However, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers behind the decimal. So it goes right there. Our final answer is going to be 0.27. We don't need to add these zeros because they don't matter at the very end of a decimal. So it'll be 27 hundredths. For the third one, when we divide decimals, we have to make the divisor, the number on the outside, into a whole number. So it needs to move to the right once, and same thing on the inside. So then our math problem becomes 1.518 is being divided by 6. And then 6 cannot go into 1. We'll put an X. 6 can go into 15 twice because that can go into it with 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. Drop down the 1. 6 can go in 31 5 times, which makes 30. Subtract that, you get a 1. Drop down 8, it makes 18. And 6 can go in 18 exactly 3 times. Now we have to put the decimal in the right spot. It goes right there because there's 3 numbers behind the decimal. So our answer is going to be 0.253, or you could say 253 thousandths. For the next one, it says simplify the fraction. What number can go into 14 and 21? What number does 14 and 21 have in common that they're both divisible by? And that one is going to be the number, let's see, 7. Because 7 can go into 14 twice, and 7 can go into 21 3. So it is 2/3, and we want to prove it. We can go backwards, and it shall give us back our 14 over 21. For the next one, it says change the improper fraction to a mixed number. The way you read this is 62 is being divided by 13. So that's all we got to do. 62 divided by 13. 13 cannot go in 6. It can go in 62. Question is how many times? We can try some numbers out. Let's go and try 5 out. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Add 1 makes 6. Oh, it's barely over, so it has to be 4 times. And that will give us, I think it's 52. Because 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. Yep, and it'll be 52. When we subtract that, we'll have 10 left. So the answer is 4 with 10 out of 13. So 4 wholes with 10 13ths as our fraction. For the next one, it says find the sum. All we need to do is add 3/4 and 6/8 together. Our first step is to find a common denominator. They have 8 in common. Step 2 is to write equivalent fractions. The bottom one can stay the same. The top is times 2 to make it 6 out of 8. When you add these two together, it makes 12 out of 8. But you cannot leave it like that because that's called improper fraction. So the way you would read that is 12 is being divided by 8. And we know that 12 divided by 8 will give us at least 1 whole with 4 out of 8. And 4/8 is really 1/2. So the final answer is 1 and 1/2. For our next one, it says Jose and Frank made 3 1/3 pounds of pasta. They ate 1 2/6 pounds for dinner. How much was left over? So this is the total, 3 1/3. And when they eat something, you're going to subtract it. So then it'll be 3 1/3 minus 1 2/6. And that will give us a common denominator of 6. The bottom fraction can stay the same. The top is times 2, which makes it 2/6. Now 2/6 minus 2/6 is 0. And 3 minus 1 in the wholes is going to be 2. So the answer is going to be 2 pounds will be left over.